Hola, hello everybody. I finished putting the handles on the little cream jugs. Hemos terminado las asas de las jaritas y ahora me voy a poner un engobe encima. Eso es simplemente un esmalte. Es como un engobe, pero realmente es una tierra que contiene bastante óxido de hierro. Eso es esto, está tamizado a través de un tamiz de número 100. Just saying there, folks, that I'm going to dip these in a kind of slip, which really will be like a glaze at high temperature, at stoneware temperature. And I've got a bucket of it here, so I've just got a few things I want to raw glaze, these pots here and a few of these. So we're going to dip them in, and we do that when the pots are in the what I call the dry cheese hard state, or dry leather hard. You can see that some of these pieces that I've done have got sgraffito marks, indentations, scratchings, and they lend themselves quite nicely to this kind of glaze, which is a fairly thin glaze, so the sgraffito breaks through very easily. Este tipo de cerámica nos vamos a meter dentro en el engobe ahora antes de bizcocho. Entonces, si queda la decoración, se ve a través del esmalte muy claramente. Ok, vamos allá donde está el engobe, ahí al suelo, y ahí tengo un cubo de esto. Vamos a acercarnos un poquito. Let's get a little nearer to that. So there we are. Right, okay. Let's dive in there. Let's take one of these. Now, I haven't got much depth in the bucket. No tengo mucha profundidad aquí en el cubo. Dale una buena. Remueve bien el esmalte. Give it a good stir, because they can. Okay, and this piece, I'm going to dip down into there, and I'm going to double dip it. Así. Ahí se ve el esmalte y la decoración. Se ve en este momento un poco bien cubrido de esmalte, pero después tú verás, sale un poco no tanto grosor de esmalte. It looks very thick, the glaze that I put on there, but it's not as thick as you might think. Afterwards it takes on a thinner. Okay, let's go down in there, dip another one. I'm double dipping these, okay, so they're dipped on the inside as well as the outside, all in one operation. Okay, there we have it. Put it in there. I like this kind of work where we're making the pots, we're decorating them while the clay is still soft, and before they've even dried we've glazed them. And we've glazed them, what's more, from a hill that I can see from my studio. I like that. That's how pottery should be, I think. Very alive, very vital. Shake it off a bit. Estoy haciendo cerámica, esto vamos a llegar por ejemplo a 1290 grados y eso es una silla glaze y eso será un engobe, pero será un esmalte en alta cocción a 1300 grados. Esto sale como un esmalte, como un verde, porque lleva bastante óxido de hierro, entonces en reducción esto sale color verde. A ver si podemos hacer otro aquí de esas jaritas. I was just saying that this glaze will come out a greeny colour, a kind of celadon, which is very typical of a lot of these heavily iron bearing clayey soils. There's a lot of components in this mixture, and I wouldn't like to tell you what they all are exactly. Well, I'll tell you though, there's clay in there to quite a lot of extent, but it's not 100% clay, and there's red iron oxide in there, I can tell you that much as well. But there's probably a lot of other trace minerals in there in this bucket. It's not necessary to have to know what are all the ingredients necessarily. What you need to know is that if you do such and such, or this plus this, or 2 of that and 1 of that and half of that, will give you a certain result. Rule of thumb. It's what we call the rule of thumb method, and that's the most important thing, is to know how to use some of these natural ingredients that we find out in the countryside. We don't have to be chemists to be able to use them, but we have to develop a way, a method, where we can use them sensibly and logically, and do tests. So, estuve hablando de... Yo no sé cuál es la fórmula de este esmalte, yo no sé cómo es, pero yo sé que tiene un gran porcentaje de, por ejemplo, de arcilla y también óxido de hierro. Además de esto lleva una cantidad de minerales y cosas, y yo no sé qué son exactamente, pero hay muchas cosas. Pero a través de experimentación yo puedo llegar a un resultado satisfactorio a través de unas pruebas. Y haciendo muchas pruebas, estoy haciendo ahora pruebas. No, a ver cómo salen estos. Habremos en el próximo videoclip, a lo mejor, ¿no? Quizás. Bueno, ok. Adiós a todos. Gracias por su atención aquí. Y si alguien tiene algún consejo para mí, yo también estoy aprendiendo como vosotros también. Entonces, vamos a aprender todos juntos. We all learn together, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyone got any good tips? Please pass them on. Okay. Hang on in there, we'll see you. Bye now.